how you can write narratives and stories like Salman Rushdie, or edit videos like we showed you on Descript. And even if you didn't know anything about video editing, you learned a thing or two and you got that it's absolutely doable. Yeah? Now, we also shared with you some case studies of our students who are doing such international work remotely. I want to know from you, what are your best takeaways? What did you get for yourself yesterday? Okay. What did you get for yourself yesterday? I want to know from you. Everybody, tell me in chat. What did you get? One second. I'm just opening chat for everyone. Can we open chat for everyone? Yeah, just mark everyone when you write your response, okay? Okay, got it. Those of you who missed yesterday, I know I'm asking a question from yesterday. Don't get hassled, okay? Be here. Just look at all the responses so that you get a hang of what people got. The magic of AI, opportunities with the AI. I wasn't aware of such a huge opportunity. I got it. AI. Got it. Are you ready for today? Like I said, those of you who were not here yesterday, don't worry. Even if you were not here yesterday, are you ready for today? Can you be here with me today? Are you ready? If you're ready, type ready in the chat box. Okay, wonderful. I want you to put on your thinking cap. And I want you also to get a pen and paper to make notes. And if you're not someone who writes and scribbles down, it's fine. You can also take a screenshot. Okay, today there's going to be a lot of things that I would want you to take a screenshot of. Now, here is what we are going to do today. Listen up, everybody. We'll give you a 6-month plan to learn high demand skills and start earning $1,000 to $2,000 or more. Now, remember, knowing 1 or 2 areas of work is great to get started, okay? But skills you to provide many more services and perform more complex assignments for existing clients and charge them much more. Yesterday before teaching you skills, and even today, I'm going to actually tell you what is really important to a startup founder or potential employers that you're about to reach out to. Maybe you already know one skill, 2 skills, but you've never pitched it to an international client, right? But how about you learning a couple of more, stacking your skills up, and then offering that as a bundle to an international client? Yeah? Now, we'll discuss what your life can be like 2 years down the line if you learn, work, and build track record without having to compromise on any family responsibilities. We'll also teach you some exciting skills like how to design visually appealing ebooks in 30 minutes that designers would take weeks to do at 10% of the cost. We'd also show you how to automate operations in a startup, even if you're someone who's never worked in operations before. We'll show you how to automate customer support, speed up responses, and increase customer satisfaction using AI. We'll show you how to implement an MIS as a remote AI-powered startup generalist. Interested? Everybody? Hello? Interested in learning this? Yeah, don't worry about what you missed or what you want to recap of. Can you be here with me today and learn this? We'll also show you case studies of students who successfully worked with foreign clients and startups and earned very well, so that you are inspired and clear that you can also do it if you want. And I'll tell you, our goal today is that you are left with an experience that, you know what, if I want to do this, I can do it, and I will do it like this. This is the clear pathway. Would that be great? If at the end of the day, you are left at the end of these 3 hours, you get, you know what, I can do this. And you have a clear pathway. with clarity and purpose and sure-footed actions come amazing results. How many of you feel that you're stuck because of a lack of clear directions? Like sometimes you just wish someone told you, if only someone told you a step by step, method, you would have an amazing career. Do you feel that? Like, I don't want to put my head into, making this plan. Someone can just tell me, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will have this result, and I will happily just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I feel you because I'm that person. Well, today is your lucky day because we will give you a clear roadmap that you can follow. Does that sound exciting? Will that be of value to you? Okay. Now, before we move on, I have one important announcement. Okay. Yesterday, we shared a preference list to see how many of you are interested in this opportunity and are ready to get professional assistance. Okay. It was not a commitment, it was only something to gauge your interest, right? As of this morning, 694 of you registered onto the preference list. Yeah. Now, I want to know if you were here yesterday and you filled up the preference list. Are you here today? Those of you who are here for the first time, don't worry. Yesterday we created an opportunity and we wanted to understand. We had about 1,900 people at one point, right? When we had this conversation. And the whole opportunity of remote work was created. And I wanted to know who of you are interested. If you were interested, you fill up the preference list, type list in the chat box. Some of you already started writing. I see that. So that I know those of you who are interested are here. And you are actually interested in joining this program. If you are, tell me. Now, we have a problem. And I'll tell you my problem. Our problem is that we cannot take more than 120 people. We've decided to give these 120 scholarships on a first come, first basis today. Now, the rest of you will have to wait for future batches, which we will launch next year. And the price would be at least 50% more. And this opportunity is not happening right now. Everybody, hold. I will give this opportunity at about 3:45 p.m. today, where we'll make a scholarship offer. And those of you who want to take it immediately can book your seat and take it if you like. And I want to tell you, Abhide, I didn't get your communication.
So we had said yesterday we'll give 100 seats.
Yeah.
And on the preference list, we had 700 people, 695 people.
Yeah.
We realized that a lot of you may be very disappointed if you don't get a seat. And I asked my team what we can do. And they said that maximum 20 more. Actually, these scholarships make it extremely affordable. And when we tell you the kind of services, etc., that you get with this, it is like crazy. So much value they're getting for free only, right? And now if you want this kind of assistance for 6 months with more one-on-one service, etc., or 12 months till you succeed. So you realize that, this is coming, we'll tell you later. It's like at the cheaper than pocket money for your kids or maths tuition. So, but
okay,
why
don't
we are
reveal so
doing
much.
it? Huh?
Don't reveal so much.
Okay. But we are doing this for success stories, okay? That is why
Yes.
we are doing it, for you to become beacons of the world and show what is possible from Indian women doing this for global clients. And we'll talk about the vision later, but please go ahead, Mansi.
Thank you. Thank you. I just saw your message go up and I didn't get what you said. But perfect. Thank you so much for sharing this. Now, like we've been saying, when we explain the scholarship offer, I'm giving you a heads up right now because I want you to be ready to take action. We've seen that when we announce it, the slots go away very fast given the demand. So if you're someone who's looking to take action, keep your debit card or credit card handy in case you want to avail the offer. Just a heads up. Okay. Now, in our experience, when we offer, when we open the offer, there is a Hunger Games situation, and those who take action tend to get the special offer because it's on a first come first basis. And sometimes, some people don't. So I just want to give you a heads up before we begin, okay, so that you can be set up. Okay, more about that later. Yeah. Let's proceed. Let's get into what you will get as value. Let's discuss about a plan to start from scratch and get remote jobs and projects from US and other international clients in 6 months. Yeah? Okay, I know everybody. I just, gave you one little heads up, and all of you got very distracted and you have questions about the course. Everyone, I request you park all your concerns about the course, fees, structure, scholarship, all that on the side. Can you do that? Can you be with me and focus here? See, if you want to take up the offer, you want to know what you're signing up for, right? Yeah, I know you're asking me UPI payment and all that. Guys, be with me. Okay, now this is the plan that we give our students. You can do it as well on your own if you know what the plan is. So let's focus on the plan. Everybody, can we take your questions a little bit later? We are here for you. So we'll answer all your questions. Be rest assured. Okay. Now, if you're planning to join our program, you want to know what you're signing up for. And if you're not joining us, okay, you can still take our plan and implement it yourself. Fair? Good deal? So listen carefully and take notes so that you can do it yourself even if you don't get the scholarship. Or if you're someone who is, in a position that you can't afford it today. Okay, everybody, hold your questions. Be with me. Now, I know there's some of you who will produce miraculous results even without taking our course. And we will look forward to hearing from you about your success. One thing to remember is that unlike other programs, when we teach you skills, we immediately want you to reach out to potential recruiters and clients to get work so that you can build your track record and profile side by side while learning. This is a part of the course. Yeah? Because we believe learning is not enough. You must do these things practically also, and not after the course is over. You don't get started once you're done with the course, but from the first week itself. And that is how our students get rapid career success. Now, this is exactly what separates skill arbitrage students and everyone else. You can learn, from these tactics and apply these strategies in your life also. This is the plan that our students follow. Okay? This is what you'd be signing up for if you want to take up the course. So this is critical for you to know. So let's focus here, okay? Now, in the first and the second month, this is what we do. The first 2 months would be focused on learning the easiest skills which are needed by the maximum number of potential clients. Once you learn this, you can quickly get started with performing some initial work for clients to build a track record. Every week, there'll be a few outreach and track record building assignments that our students will perform. Here's a glimpse of what you can learn and work on in the first 2 months itself. The skills that you work on are these. And if you want to take a screenshot or make notes, please feel free. The first thing that you identify is your niche and create your offer common project management tools to collaborate with clients and colleagues remotely and manage important projects. Okay. The third thing that you learn is how to create an MIS for business owners to give a high-level overview of progress of important business goals and projects. You also learn how to report and present data meaningfully with PowerPoint and AI tools. You learn how to use AI-driven tools for market research, cold emails, follow-ups, and set up appointments to assist with lead generation. You also learn how to manage social media for your clients, even if you're someone who's never done it before. You learn how to use popular CRMs like HubSpot, Zoho, etc. for business automation. Now, if you see, these are skills that are basic, that we understand that you can start with, even if you're someone who's starting afresh, or you're someone who's starting afresh pitching to international clients. You may be someone who's experienced, but to build your rapport, you need some basic tasks that you should know that you can do, right? And pitch. So that's something that we work on in month 1 and 2. Yeah, if you see, all this work is basic work that we see international employers need, and you can learn and work on. What is required from you is you need to invest 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day to learn a new skill, and 1 hour to implement an outreach. Yeah. What is outreach? What does that cover? What that covers is you create your social media profile if you don't already have one, right? Which includes LinkedIn and Twitter. And you start posting your insights and learnings frequently. Now, this helps you to build your personal brand. Over time, you could get a lot of inquiries for work through LinkedIn without even applying for projects. And why we're saying this is because we've seen this happen very frequently with our students who post consistently on social media, right? So this is just the beginning of that. Okay. Now, in the beginning, our goal will be to spend at least 1 hour, every day reaching out to startups and SMEs and professionals abroad. Also, put up gigs on Fiverr. Like we showed you yesterday, a platform called Upwork. You also put up gigs on Fiverr and send in proposals for projects on Upwork. Now, this is the time where we're just getting started. Okay. In addition to startup founders and SMEs, you can also reach out to foreign professionals and service providers. And these include all kinds of service providers: architects, doctors, financial advisors, realtors, lawyers, corporate secretaries who are actually good and moderately successful already, who run small firms or agencies and are most likely to give you work. These professionals, what do they want? They want fame and recognition. It is critical for their further growth beyond a point. They also want to be on social media, gather followers, publicize their achievements, get interviewed on podcasts and media channels, and be invited to events to deliver talks and start newsletters and blogs. But you know what? They can't find the time. Are they supposed to ignore their paid client to do all this work? Most of them are so busy that they don't even get enough time to spend with family. But they have the money, and you can enable them to free up their time so that they can work on getting more clients by assisting them with automation, reporting, and MIS work. Yeah. You can also assist them building a brand, post regularly on social media, get them invited to podcasts, which can increase their workflow significantly. Now, if you help them to do this, even, some of these things, not all, they'd be super happy to pay you well. Because, see, and this is your opportunity to build a relationship with them for doing all the other startup generalist work or other specialized work that you will learn in the future, and that they will have a need for, right? Initially, you may perform a few assignments for free. Yesterday I remember somebody was asking, why will a client give us a testimonial? When you perform a few assignments for free just to collect testimonials, remember, getting your first 3 assignments is always hardest, right? But when you have a lot of testimonials and good ratings on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, work flows in faster than you can handle. Yeah. Once you've done 3 assignments, whether they were paid or free, getting a paid client or even a full-time job suddenly becomes a lot easier. Yeah. By the end of the first month, so we were on first and second month. By the end of the first month, your goal should be to get at least 3 to 4 testimonials and get your first paid gig. Yeah. Now, don't think that you have to have a professional degree or to have, to be an engineer, you need to know coding and you need to have X background and have lots of work experience to do these assignments. Any graduate, even students can do all of these things. As a student, you can also apply for internships with any of these professionals, and you will need to do the same thing. The earlier you do all these things, the better you are, and the better it is for you in the future. Even if you're experienced, I know some of you will have that question, but I have 10 years of experience. Even if you're experienced and you're already earning well, building relationships with foreign clients can enable you to increase your income and perception amongst your peers and professional network. And if you don't want to do this yourself, yeah, you can have a junior of yours do it so that you can build that initial network. Our students will be able to avail the guidance of our freelance team at this point, which also shares relevant opportunities from our own network and freelance platforms with our students. There are so many times we have students who've taken on work with our client, and then their client says, oh, can you do this for me? Or we're looking to expand our team, and can you do this? And they don't have the bandwidth, and then they pass on these opportunities to their batch or a whole other people who are also looking out for opportunities. Our students will learn each skill by performing mock assignments and receiving feedback from trained evaluators. Each time they learn a skill, they'll be asked to write their insights on LinkedIn, publish an article, and share it with startup founders, professionals in the US who can give them some remote work, and potential clients and employers. Now, this is a student. Her name is Pratibha Nagre, and she's from a July 23 batch. She's a 2001 BCom graduate from Baroda, and she's based in Indore, and she was looking for work from home opportunities, and she only had a few hours, and she's a mother of 3 children. She had a career break from 2011 to 2023. She was not working professionally. She was doing her own business. She wanted monetary satisfaction, and she was looking forward to upskilling herself, right? After joining, she attended all the classes, and she said with every class and every assignment, my confidence boosted. The course taught her how to pitch herself and how to get clients. She then started practicing this. She started focusing on the freelance aspect in October, and she got her client in November through her connections and sent her samples, and the client agreed to give her work. And she will be doing brand building and social media presence. And she'll be getting 1 lakh of rupees for this work for 3 months. Another project is in the pipeline that she got from her LinkedIn. The client is coming up with a new startup in her locality and will be giving her work. Another client came up to her who is, her old friend who reached out after seeing her active on LinkedIn. And she only works 3 to 4 hours a day. This is another student of ours from the May 23 batch. She's a 2005 BSc mathematics student from Pune. She's based in Pune, and she enrolled in our AI for Business Growth course. And she secured an, yesterday some of you were asking, well, I'm a teacher or I'm from the education background. Is this the right opportunity for me? She got an opportunity as a mathematics tutor at Third Space Learning, which is a UK-based organization working remotely. She formerly worked at the Air Force School in Delhi as a teacher. So we were very simple theory. It's simple. Every skill you learn and every problem you solve for your clients, make a case study of it. Without taking names, share the learnings and experience on social media and see your credibility and brand soar. I got that, Akshara. Thanks. Now, these kind of posts, if posted regularly, they attract new clients. If you're just somebody who's active and you keep posting regularly, Your visibility only allows just creates so much brand recall. And this is an important tip about LinkedIn. I want you to know. Do not add your classmates and colleagues. Don't just keep increasing your network. You can only add up to 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. So you should take advantage of this by adding people from your target market. Yeah. You cannot add them all at once, and don't add more than 30 people every day. Add only potential clients and always send them notes that flatter them, inform them that you help people like them, and produce incredible results in numbers, like quote numbers. For example, I'll show you an example. If your target group is startup founders, this is a note to send with every invitation that you can send. Yeah. You can say, hi, so and so, the name of the startup founder. You can say, I love the amazing work that you're doing at their company's name or their startup's name. It is just so exciting. I interview founders like you on my podcast, which may help you get thousands of new users. Let's sync up to host you. Yeah. Or you could just say, hi, so and so. I love the amazing work that you're doing at, so and so startup. It is so exciting. I want to get you featured on on a few of my favorite podcasts, which may help you get thousands of new users. Let's sync up soon. Now, let me help you even more. Okay. We run iPleader's blog, which has 2.5 million unique readers per month. And I'm telling you, you can write this if you want. Hi, I love the amazing work that you do at so and so. It is so exciting. I want to get you featured on my favorite blog, iPleaders, which has 2.5 million unique readers per month. Now, this may help you to get thousands of new users. Let's sync up soon. If you conduct a great interview and the content is actually good, you can publish it on iPleader's blog. Good news is that it gives you a solid excuse to get connected with top entrepreneurs around the world, and you can get into their good books. And I'll tell you how to conduct an interview for a podcast also right now, but with very little effort. Okay. Now, are you interested in that? Are you interested? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah. Now, have you heard of the film called Elephant Whisperers? The film that won an Oscar? Yeah. Now, suppose you are interviewing, the director of the movie. Yeah. And you want 10 insightful questions to ask. You can just go to ChatGPT and ask. Give me a second.
No, you just go with this.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got it. So those of you, I showed you ChatGPT yesterday, right? You can just say, I want to interview the director of the film called Elephant Whisperers. Please give me the list of 10 insightful questions. Or you can say, I want to, interview the founder of the AI company called Airfly. His name is Brian Chesky. He suggests me 10 interesting questions for an interview to be published on my blog. That'll cover the vision of the company, experiences of the founder, and that led to starting of the company, about the team, what kind of success they had so far, how will the world be different, and other important questions. Now, you can just type in this prompt and it'll give you a set of questions. Yeah? Just give me a second. Okay. Now, if you want to take a screenshot of this, just take a screenshot and you can use this. Actually go and test this out. Okay. Now you can send this questionnaire to the founder and invite the founder to come on a Zoom call where you can record him on video answering the questions. Now, for those people who are not comfortable answering on video, you can ask them to answer the questionnaire in writing and send you just some high resolution pictures. If it is a Zoom recording, you will use what I had shown you yesterday. No, you can either use Descript or you can use Otter.ai to transcribe the recording. One of our students has been using it. And you can get, just some free credits to use the software. So what Otter does is it just transcribes, he said, she said, all that into one document. And
For
you can
example,
just,
this whole meeting conversation can be transcribed by Otter.
yeah.
Okay. And then you'll have to edit it because it cannot always follow all Indian English accents. So you'll have to edit it, and that's fine. And that's where you add value. They can't alone do this. And this is how you help. All right.
So then you can post video clips after editing with Descript. So I showed you how to edit. Abhijit showed you how to do it with Descript, right? So you can edit videos with Descript and you could post them on your Instagram and YouTube, and you can send a written interview to us at iPreaders, and you can send it to us at this email address, which is support@Skill Arbitrage, and they will forward it to the editor of iPreaders blog, and we will publish it within a week if the content is good and all that, right? But yeah, that's something that we can do to support you. Now, some of you want to assist foreign clients with recruitment. Such content leads to massive employer branding for early stage startups and can increase the influx of applications that, prospective candidates would look at such content and would want to apply immediately. You can get testimonials from a startup founder for helping them to get featured on a high traffic blog and putting out video clips that were seen by many people and giving more visibility to his startup. Who wouldn't want that? You can now offer to get him featured on 20 such podcasts, YouTube channels, and blogs for what, $1,000? And we'll show you how to find such podcasts shortly. See, the work is very little here because a lot of the heavy lifting is being automated by AI. But you want to know how to use those tools. So, drafting questions can be
Just
done by
one second. I want to ask, could you all follow the steps? We could give you a demo on ChatGPT. We've done this earlier. Yesterday, we gave you a breakdown, but we could show you again, right? But how you prompt ChatGPT to get the answer is very important, for which you need to know what kind of interview will get traction, what kind of ebook will be worthwhile, what kind of video should we make, what kind of questions I should ask. Those things you should have in your mind very clearly. Otherwise, ChatGPT sometimes does very stupid mistakes. And then when you fail to do it, you can't blame it on it. But remember the focus, as Mansi told you, there were 7 steps. It wasn't about using ChatGPT to take interview. No, 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 no. It was about reaching out to the client and offering to do something to help them genuinely, using AI in the process for their branding. It could be employer branding, it could be interviewing, and creating questions with AI, then getting that recording done through Zoom or on their selfie, on their phone, and getting that video, plugging it into an AI tool. Right now, when you master this step, how do you master it? You just practice it once or twice, and then you will have a very clear picture of everything. But that's it. Like, it's not rocket science. Some of you, in your school and college and board exam, you have prepared harder than that, right? There were things in maths and bio and chemistry you had to learn which made absolutely no sense. This is so stepwise, right? And then you will edit the video and you will send it to them using Descript. You will edit it. You will edit the video like a Word doc, or you will take out a transcript with AI, and then you will say post it on your LinkedIn. And they'll do that, and they'll realize that something that they were not able to do for years, like we showed you yesterday, Y Combinator startup founders, they never post on LinkedIn. Right? They might be very prestigious startup founders, very reputed कि Y Combinator में admit हो गया. They're building the next Airbnb, they're building the next Dropbox, next Razorpay, but कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है उनका branding. अगर आपने, if you have done this for them, they can leave you a testimonial for this. Now this cycle, when you do it over and over again, and you learn how to do this for different things, most important things that matter, you can start to get lots and lots of paid clients, paid work, and you can build an agency. And it takes not more than 2 months, 3 months to get started. Okay? All right, Mansi. You want me to take some butts? If you need me, let me know. Muted, huh?
I'm good. I was just clearing my throat a little.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Now, you can just feel free to take a screenshot of this. You can use ChatGPT and Google Bard to draft interview questions. You can edit answers and proofread and do the grammar correction using, again, ChatGPT and Google Bard. And you can transcribe recorded oral, answers into written answers by using Descript and Otter, and generate email communications to send to various podcast hosts and blog owners. And you can automate it via ChatGPT and Google Bard. And you can do these things for free for the first few times. But even if you work for free, make sure that you get testimonials on Upwork and LinkedIn. Yeah. Also, by posting video clips of interesting startups and founders on your own Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, or LinkedIn, you will end up building a very strong social media profile for your own self. And they may have, followers from the startup world who may want, they will then approach you for getting themselves interviewed. So this is the way you can have more clients without having to send proposals and become an influencer yourself over time if you want to go that road. Now, interested, excited, would you like to do this? Okay. Our students do this under our supervision in the first month itself. Okay. Now let's go back to the 6-month plan. We enable our students to learn these skills in a guided environment as follows. Our students will learn each skill by attending classes, performing real-life simulation-based mock assignments, receiving feedback from trained evaluators. You can make all the mistakes you want. See, no issues, but make them in the course. Make them in simulation exercises and get corrected by evaluators without any risk, without any real-life work from clients. Making mistakes and then getting corrected is a great way to learn. See, you're not getting blasted by a client. You're not losing a client. You're not losing reputation. You're not losing, anything monetarily. So the environment is safe for you to make these mistakes. And it's, some of you ask, can we do this ourselves? Yes, you can, right? But it's much more safer to do this in an environment where you can make mistakes and you're not making mistakes with a real client. Each time our students learn a skill and solve a problem for their client, they'll be asked to write their insights on LinkedIn, publish an article or write a case study and share it with startup founders and foreign professionals who can give them work. And obviously, you can do these without taking names, but you can also share your learnings on social media. And I'll tell you, your credibility and brand value will soar. You can upload your solutions to these assignments as work samples. Obviously, you can take off the names so that it remains confidential and send them to potential clients as work samples for whom you're reaching out to show them that this is what you can do for them. This is the earliest form of track record that you can build, and it gives you a huge advantage over others who don't have such work samples. See, this is a skill, right? Just creating your profile doesn't cut it. This is the work that you need to put in when you're sending out proposals. And this is what we work on with our students. Most people keep asking forever, I have no experience. Why will they hire me? I have Indian experience. I don't have US experience. Why will US companies hire me? Is that a valid question? Yes. But how long do you want to keep using that to not get work? Just get some experience in this way, and suddenly you can become hireable. Don't let the lack of experience keep you away from lucrative jobs. Just actively build a track record and of you getting results for your clients, and you're good to go. Yeah. Now, how will you chart out your weekly progress? Our students will have access to a performance coach who will get on a call with you every week to understand your goals and help you, assist you in setting your weekly targets. If you're unable to achieve those targets, they'll get on a call with you. They get on a call with, our students get on a call with their performance coach to discover what came up, what came in the way that prevented them from achieving their weekly target. And then you set up new targets and incorporate mechanisms so that similar situations don't take you off. Yeah. Why do we do this? Because we understand that this is, this is just something that's a roller coaster. So let's say that while studying, they get stuck somewhere, maybe with a concept or making a freelance profile or writing a proposal. They can block a one-on-one session with our course anchors, evaluators, performance coaches, and placement team. As you can see, this success it's not magical. It does not happen automatically. There is a lot of work involved. You need to spend 2 hours a day learning new skills, working on finding the work in the first few months. Otherwise, don't expect any success. Yeah. Can you commit 2 hours a day to this journey, whether you join us or not? But see, this is absolutely mandatory. If you're someone who cannot commit 2 hours a day, then this is not for you. But if you're someone who's happy and who can promise to do 2 hours a day, this is absolutely doable. Okay, Abhi there?
Give me 2 minutes. I want to just refresh something for people. Some of them are saying that they're not understanding. Okay. So maybe you all need a very quick recap, but then you'll say, I didn't understand the recap. Right? This is from yesterday I'm sharing. We shared yesterday, Mansi showed you how to find startup founders all over the world. This is 100% legal. Okay. 100% genuine, gold standard startups, how to find, we're going to show. Okay, you must put in 1 to 2 hours a day definitely to do this, to learn these skills. Do you already know these skills? If not, then you got to put in, right? But that 2 hours per day is not to like study something with us alone. It is for your own outreach, own track record, own pitching. You're never used to failure in life because you barely sat for job interviews once or twice in life. But when you're pitching to people, you have a 10% or 5% success rate. So 1 hour a day, you will write your blog post, you will post your article on your LinkedIn, you will post on your own profile, you will do all of that stuff, okay, which gives you your profile the quality of being trustworthy. But trust with what, right? If I ask you to take care, if you are trustable with respect to several things, like you can take care of your kid no matter what happens, but do you have the same quality of trust for your client's work? Can the client trust you at that level? How do they know? With your kid, it's very clear. With your husband, very clear. My family, right? What about your work? Is it that clear? Now, for that, you have to build your track record. What does that mean? Work samples on LinkedIn, testimonials of people you help, people vouching and rooting for you that, Barbara or Nidhi Chunjunwala helped me and she helped me to do this. But then how do you find these potential clients? I'm going to show you those two techniques very, very quickly. Okay. This is one example of a startup accelerator. How do you find it? You just find this. This is the Google search you can copy. Startup accelerators you can do India, you can do US, you can do anywhere. Okay. Even in India, you can do, let's say, US. Okay. And you will get a list. This is just some sponsored ones. So some individual startup accelerators ka naam. But यहाँ पर देखोगे तो you will find 2,700 accelerators. What is this accelerator? It's like a Shark Tank. In Shark Tank, you saw so many startups came, amazing startups, right? And what if you could get to work with them? This is what happened. One of our students had posted one day and she got chance to work with startup, Shark Tank startup, okay? That guy got so happy with her work, he posted in the Shark Tank group. Then she got 3 more clients, okay? Now, that is how your work has to be. Now, for example, here you're getting a list of 300 startup accelerators in US. Right now here, Y Combinator is listed as the number one. Where every time I teach this technique, very few people actually follow it. So you can actually do this because a lot of people are like, acha platform pe dhoondna hai. But this is a very, very good technique to find startups. Okay. Now these accelerators have already shortlisted startups which might succeed in the future. And each one of them will show off. Like we want to show off our student success. They have a lot of startups whose success they want to show off, right? ये वाला startup को mentor करें and small startups also. ठीक है? So you click here, you say startup directory. तो you want to find कि इसका कौन सा startup है? इंडिया में भी ऐसे startup मिल जाएंगे. ठीक है? ये क्या है? ये these are recent batches. We want to find their recent batches क्योंकि these startups ना they don't have support. इनको कोई pitch नहीं करता है. In the US, people will charge $500, $300 per hour. That's how much consultants charge for helping them. But from India, you can do this work for them for $10 an hour or $20 an hour. See, they don't mind, right? Then because they can't afford a US consultant all the time. The big companies can afford, right? Google, if you apply, they will do that. Which is why we said what you have to do for a startup is be a startup generalist. Help them on a variety of tasks. You can start with one. You can just do brand building for the startup founder or employer branding for that, right? So you click like this on each of these, for example, like you say Alacrity, right? Now you will have to go on the person's profile. What does it do? Programmable delivery of mRNA medicines. Okay. तो वो कोविड वैक्सीन mRNA से बना था ना. So they are doing something around that. Now, some people in the medical field might be more interested in this. Whichever field you are, it doesn't matter. You click on the founder's profile. Okay. Some of them have their message box open. Otherwise, you will just click here. You will connect to them and say, "Hi, David, just checked. You're doing amazing work in the medical space or vaccination space. And I feel you should get connected to way more governments and decision makers. I would love to help you do your branding for this purpose. Let's connect over a call or let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's connect over this." So what you'll do next, he will just accept your connection request and then you can send a long message to him, right? And there you can say, you will check his profile. What you will check? Has he been writing on LinkedIn regularly? 6 months back he wrote, then 1 year back he wrote. Up this guy, he should be connected. Na? If RNA medicine is any use for any government, any hospital, then he should be connected to those decision makers. For that, उसका LinkedIn पे थोड़ा brand होना चाहिए. He should have more followers. He should have a YouTube channel, right? ये सब चीज में we will say I can help you. And then slowly you can say, अगर आपका किसी एरिया में एक्सपर्टीज भी है, that I can help you recruit good talent also. I can help you write great content also. Right? ऐसे करके करना है. Some people will have Twitter account also. और ये एक तरीका है. अब ऐसे करके you can find accelerators in India. वैसे in India क्या problem है? India में US problem is that you don't find good quality freelancers and it's very expensive. In India problem is lot of people are there but absolutely low quality. So their goal is in India for all the startup founders that they are willing to pay. Okay, $10 an hour they can pay, but they are like quality कहाँ से मिलेगा? So if you are pitching to even Indian startup founders, they will also pay you well. देखो यहाँ पर आपको you're getting list of 51 startup accelerators in India. So you don't have to just stick to US, but yes, US startups may you have a price advantage. Competition is much lower, right? Now that is going to be your advantage. You can in fact even go on startup India website and find. Okay, ये मुझसे sign up मांग रहा है, मैं directly एक list खोलता हूँ. Yeah, so I'll go like this. Techstars Bangalore is there, Startup Bootcamp. Maybe I could go here, right? And I can go to their website and find more startups like this in India. Okay, is this clear till here? Is this clear till here or not? Let me know how to pitch. I can show you on Startup India, for example. Literally, you will find that you didn't know in your city there are startups. This is government website, Indian. So a lot of people feel more comfort कि Indian startup might understand me more or better. No problem. Go here. This is network, startups. Okay. And I go here. I can remove this. I don't need DPIIT recognized startups. There are 3 lakh startups. Okay. And I can type the city I am in or my nearest, known city. Like I could type maybe Pune or I could type Chandigarh and you'll find in literally every stage. I can simply go to some of these websites like this, okay, and I can choose a stage. Let's say this, Zeni Applied Sciences, right? And I will go to their website. I'll read more about them. Profile details. ज़्यादा डाला नहीं है इन्होंने. I'll find the founder. So what I'll do is I'll choose this stage, scaling. Okay, scaling means they are growing, okay? Software company, Virtue Stack Softwares Private Limited. I could reach out to them. Right, I got their profile, I got their details, and I'll reach out to their founders. How will I find their founders? They have not listed their profile here. I will just type and go. Okay? Same service I will give them. I can do a contact us. I can see their website. I can find their LinkedIn profile. I can find out who the founder is. Right? I can go here to people. 23 people here in charge. I have the CEO. I have the managing director. I'll connect, add a note and send. Okay. Now, this is why if you have a bunch of things you can help them with, you have a big advantage as a generalist. Okay. Every startup founder wants to build their brand. They don't have people to do it. They know AI can help them. They don't know people who can help them with this. Okay. If you want to use, this is the last thing I'm repeating. We are running late. We're going to be rushing after this a little more. You can go on Upwork and you can find jobs. What jobs you will find? You can find virtual assistant, simplest thing, okay? Or whatever Mansi was showing around each of these skills, you will realize. We definitely say startup generalist, virtual assistant, very good job. $6 lump sum work, Very good. Do start with this. This client will give you a lot of extra work later on. Get a testimonial on your Upwork profile once you do this. Simply Seeking Fast Virtual Assistant. France, this one, right? And these are places to find very good gold standard clients. Okay, and you will realize lots and lots of projects are available on this. You can even do for, and my suggestion, if you don't have skills, start with things like data entry, proofreading, okay, like this. Very simple tasks. You get testimonials, do it. You can do data entry, all of this, okay? But when you start learning more skills, it makes a huge difference because then you can do more advanced work, right? So look at the things that will actually make a difference. Till you're clear? And our students do this. Okay, which slide you were on, Mansi?
Give me a second. I'm a little ahead. 1 sec.
Here. Yeah, where should you reach by end of the first month? Simple
135.
goal is that I don't care you take our service or not, is not my interest right now. My goal is there are 855 people here. I have only 126. I want each one of you 855 people to benefit and have a plan with you, right? And you should be able to take those actions. So 1 to 2 hours a day it's going to take. If you're doing this in by the end of the first month, you should be able to get 1 or 2 or 3 unpaid gigs, and by the end you can get your first paid gig. So our milestone for our students is end of first month to beginning of second month, they get their first paid gig. By the end of 3 to 4 months, they should be well on their way to recovering their full course fees. Okay, and beyond that, sky is the limit. And Mansi will show you also how it goes. And people who have previous professional experience, you can obviously earn more and much faster. Okay, over to you, Mansi.
Okay.
Yes, Deep Lakshmi, we show how to find clients. That the biggest thing that Skill Arbitrage does, and nobody else in the market does, is that we show you how to fish for your own clients. In the beginning, we go handhold you, teach you to catch the fish, if you can take that analogy, and literally like handhold. And some client work is shared with directly with our hardworking students who've been performing assignments, right? Our team is also involved in pitching to clients and getting that work so that you can do it to get that exposure and build your confidence, and then you start pitching on your own also. Mansi will explain all this. Okay, this one I have finished now.
Yeah. Okay, so after the first month, those who seek to implement the learnings internally with their existing organization, you would have received an approval of their first new internal project or innovation after necessary pitches, and you would have kickstarted implementation. And this is also the time, when our placement office starts working with you on your LinkedIn profile, on your Upwork profile, and your proposals to make them attractive. And you learn, like you've been asking, about how to pitch to clients and send proposals on platforms like, Upwork. Of course, you will get the work, but we won't do the work for you. You have to handle your client and do the work yourself. You will have access to our course materials and resources, but the task is ultimately yours and the client is yours. See, the key roadblock is that, you overcome this at the point and you learn how to pitch and take independent responsibility of the outcome. You may already know the work, you may learn how to get the work done, but what is critical is you learning how to pitch and taking full responsibility for the outcome. This will help you in you building your confidence. And apart from learning skills and making proposals and communication, once you actually learn this particular skill, soon you will realize you don't need us because you will get clients yourself. Now, in the third and the fourth month, we will start moving deeper into remote work opportunities and startup revenue growth and operations, those two pieces. And, as usual, focus on very high value skills so that you can assist your clients anywhere in the world, but definitely in the US being our primary target. So what you will be learning in these three, third and the fourth month is how to do lead generation and lead qualification for clients, and how to use AI in the process, how to set up and monitor a sales process, which will include scripts, playbooks, etc., using speech analytics, as a software, and tracking caller performance, how to create email funnels that increase conversion, how to create and test high converting ads and write copy, how to use WhatsApp and SMS in the context of funnel marketing, how to create landing pages for digital products and services, how to use softwares like ClickFunnels and other software, how to use AI for SEO projects and drive more organic traffic, how to do basic bookkeeping for US startups and track financial information, how to build internal documentation that speeds up onboarding and reduces errors using AI. See, by this time, given the work that you would have done in the first and the second month, you would be in some position to say, okay, hey, you know what? I know I can help you with lead generation. Would you like that help? Right? So this is the time when some trust would have been built and your clients would be able to give you some work provided you know the skill. So the track building exercise that you will do now is continued outreach with US startup founders and
One second, I just want to ask people here, those skills that are there, they are in the plan that those you should learn irrespective of whether you're a student or not, and we teach those skills. But when you see the list, what is your feeling about that? How many of these skills do you know? Would you like to learn? And don't be like, if you don't know this, it's not like a bouncer ja raha hai. It's like basically it's a term which you can learn about. Okay, if you put your mind to it, somebody trains you, right? It is possible. Yeah, on your own, it takes more time. Like if today somebody says, figure out how to build a six pack and build an amazing chiseled body, I don't know, right? But if somebody, I'll struggle all my way through. But if there's a clear coach who will say, diet ye lena hai, workout itna karna hai, rest itna karna hai, all of that, I'll be doing it much faster, right? So I don't want you to look at it as a way ki main nahi kar sakti. It has to be that, okay, this is what is there to be done and I'm going to do it, whichever way, one way or another. Okay. All right.
Okay, now the track building exercise that you do now in the third and fourth month is that you continue outreach with US startup founders and professionals who can give you work to grow their business. And this is an attempt, now to secure a couple of retainers, part-time jobs to secure like a fixed income. Okay, this is what you would do in the third and the fourth month. And the marketing, the lead generation or revenue growth strategies that you're learning here are extremely valuable for all professionals and SMEs and not just startups alone. So you can pitch to any professional SME or startup who wants to grow their revenue because they need more professionals who can help them with all these things. And finding such professionals locally is almost always impossible, not just because it's costly, but because the supply of these professionals does not exist. And those who do get picked up are the ones by the largest corporations. So that's where you want to swoop in. Most of the time, they're also overworked and they're unable to streamline things because they have no free time and are not able to grow a team sustainably. And you can help with automation. It is just the perfect opportunity for them to work with you. At this point, since you've learned more skills, you can assist them to free up even more of their time without them having to pay US level salaries or social security benefits to you. And by now, you will already know a few professionals who'd be willing to explore a deeper professional relationship with you and see if they like, they like what you do, and you'll see that they would want to work with you. And your job is to approach these professionals and propose to do like a trial assignment for free to gain their trust, and then, see if that works for you and go so on and so forth. Now, if you do good work, they'll be open to paying you well for this work. The startups are almost always everywhere struggling to find decent people on a budget and people who they can afford. You will be God sent to them. Because if you actually have these skills that we're talking about, these are skills that they are looking for. They are extremely valuable to them. And it does not matter. To them, it does not matter how young you are, where you come from. Even students successfully do this if they know how to do this work. During this time, you will also be encouraged and supported to publish 2 to 3 articles. See, this creates very big credibility for you with foreign clients and employers. Specifically, if you write the articles, they get that you understand the problems they face and you have record to solve those problems. The bottom line is you have no excuse to not earn enough. You need a hustle for sure. You have to be competent, smart, and disciplined. Will you have a lot of work to do? Is this work to do? Yes. You will have to pitch a lot. You will also have to hear a lot of no. It's not going to be a joyride all along. But you can't give up till you succeed. It starts slow and then suddenly it starts to grow as you learn the tricks along the way. But does it work? Absolutely 100%. And why we're saying this? Because we've seen it work. Now, by now, we're in the 5th and the 6th month. At this point, you will learn more advanced work, which is possible to get when you've established enough credibility with existing clients. Most of this is very high margin work. I saw someone saying, the work that you do in month 1 and 2 and the work that you do in 3 and 4, obviously 3 and 4 pays well. And now the work that you learn in month 5th and 6th pays you even better. And this is high margin work. So what you learn is how to launch offers for your clients, how to help startup founders to recruit and build powerful teams. See, even if you're someone who came from, say, an HR background, you've been a senior HR professional, you couldn't offer this to them in the first and the second month because you had no credibility. You needed to do the work in the first and the second month and the third and the fourth month for them to be able to trust you with matters like this, right? So you would learn how to help founders to recruit and build powerful teams, how to manage remote teams through data and delegation, how to incentivize high performers, how to help founders to build a powerful personal brand, how to do market research for new product and service ideas, how to launch an upselling, cross-selling campaign for your clients' products and services, how to conceptualize tech projects, find developers, how to manage tech team, ensuring a efficient and timely delivery of tech projects, help startups to launch their own blogs, newsletters, and podcasts. If you could learn this, would it be of value to you and them? Yes, no, maybe. Hello? Are you here with me or in Netflix mode? Yeah, this would be of so much value to them. And if you knew how to do this and you established credibility, you would be able to offer these services to them. Now, what is the outreach that you do during this time? What you do is that you continue the work to assist US startups and professionals on business growth, lead generation, lead nurturing, conversion optimization, and operational optimization projects, and also branding initiatives. You should be getting paid work now. And also, you'd be in a position where you'd have stable earnings by now. And those of you who prefer part-time or full-time jobs can have at least 1 or 2 part-time jobs. And some of you may even have full-time remote jobs. But, because your clients realize the massive productivity advantage that they're enjoying by hiring you over anybody from the US, and that too at what? Fraction of a cost. Some of your clients by now, because you increased what you'd offer and you bring so much skill, they would offer increase your pay. This is also the time for you to launch higher value offerings to double down the strategy and increase your income further. If you have restrictions on how much time you can work for, you may say, I can only do 3 hours a day or 4 hours a day. You will have the earnings to hire other people who can do the work. So you can take more clients without having to devote more hours. By the end of 6 months, you can easily start doing $1,000 per month if you've done these things. If you've learned 20 to 25 new skills from our classes and our assignments, if you've pitched to at least 50 startup founders, SMEs, professionals in the US, following our guidance and delivered some work for them which reflects in your Upwork and LinkedIn profile. If you spend 3 to 4 hours per week pitching to clients on online platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, cold emailing, US startups and professionals, if you've published at least 3 to 4 articles on how startup CEOs and startups deal with challenges around marketing, sales, operations, processes, automation, focusing on the kind of projects that you would like to do, if you've done that work, those of you who want to work in domestic or MNC jobs and return to the workforce on a full-time basis and earn at least 50,000 to a lakh of rupees per month will be able to use this track record to get such jobs. See, the goal must be in the beginning to start earning about $500 to $1,000 per month by now. Even if you're just a college student, or those, if you're someone now, if you're someone who's a college student and you're starting afresh, $500 to $1,000 a month. If you're someone who's had professional experience before, you should target $2,000 per month. Now, can you do this yourself? Yes, of course. But given our students do it under the guidance of experts and have access to quickly, correction, evaluation, all that, there is a short way of getting this done in that environment because they have all the guidance and the environment available to them. It can be very hard and time taking to do all of these steps on your own. We're telling you all these steps already, but actually doing it can be tough when you have, when you're just having to figure out everything by trial and error yourself. But when you have hand holding, when you have one-on-one guidance from us, it just becomes 10 times easier. Does that make sense to you? Yes, no? See, if you're already working, sorry?
Yeah, go on. Somebody was comparing this work with data science and digital marketing. Firstly, this is 100 times easier than any data science work that you might do. So we are used to doing way more complicated work for way little money. But yes, if you can do other work also, you add it up on top of this and you can provide wider range of services. Your goal is going to be indispensable for a US startup for a few things. Okay, that is very important. And if you can do all these things as a generalist, you could have like an HR person, a finance person, a marketer, all of them reporting into you because you have the full 360-degree view of business. And literally, you can do each thing better and faster than them because you know how to use AI to do it. So you have to visualize like that, being at the top of the pyramid. And why will you get that recognition? Because the clients got you when they were too small. And now as they grow big, they realize the value you add and give you more and more roles. So you're responsible for that growth. All right.
Now, if you're somebody who's already working in a job, or you're someone who's a consultant, by now you should have a significant stream of earnings on the side and have lots of new clients who send you work at this point, and you're even maybe choosing who to work with. Yeah. Now, you still have a few more things to learn. It's great, to learn some content writing work, especially with the assistance of AI tools that, that you could learn even now. Now, what we're showing you is a plan. What we're showing you in the plan right now is something which is a concept called, skill stacking. Now, this is something I briefly spoke about in the beginning. If you've just one skill, you could earn something for sure, right? But when you stack 1, 2, 3, or more amazing skills on top of that, your value to a modern, fast-growing business increases by a lot more. Yeah? But what is it? Now, Abhishek, can you give me a moment? Can you just take this? Are you here?
Okay. All right. So what is skill stacking? Why are we talking about it? Who can tell me? Why are we telling you so many things? Why not just one? Right? One is great to start with, but having 5, 6, 10 things that you can help them with is great. And this was not possible earlier, because remember we said it took years to get good at one thing, right? So people would take 20 years, 10 years to get good at one thing, another 5 years to get good at another. But with AI, it's become faster. AI is like enables skill stacking on steroids. And then you have more services you can provide a client. Kisi ko kuch service, kisi ko kuch service, right? So imagine that like this, okay? You're a video game character and you can either bend or you can jump, okay? Now these are two things you can do. Something comes in front of you, you bend, otherwise you jump. Now imagine you learn how to run also. Now you have 3 things. But this एक और एक दो नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पर, एक और एक 11 हो रहा है. How does this happen? Because you learn how to run, right? Now you don't have to even explore and move around, right? Now, what are the new skills you learned? You learned how to run, which is a third skill, but you got 2 extra skills. You can jump across gaps by running and then jumping. You can slide under things by running and then sliding. So you learn one extra skill but got access to three skills. What my एक और एक 11, right? This is how it happens. Sometimes a new skill is just one new skill, but a lot of times you combine it over here. You can do even, and that creates more skills and more services that you can provide, right? And the more valuable skills you have, I don't have to tell you, you already know that the more opportunities you can get, the more you can earn, right? Let's say you're good with Excel, for example. You use basic formulae, you're comfortable with data manipulation like filtering and sorting, and you can create simple charts and graphs. Very good. Maybe you do this for your projects, right? You do MIS work or data entry work or some Excel